but this is just turning into the moon right now as this artillery fire continues to come down, absolutely decimating the SPETSNAZ forces. Hello guys, and welcome to episode 14 of the Left Hook campaign in WARNO, playing on the NATO side. Previously we managed to open the way towards Castle. Both the Belgians and Brits are poised to strike, but today we're going to be continuing to break down any Soviet forces that are pushing salient. So starting here today with the 2nd Battalion of the 241st Guards. They've got to go. They're presenting a threat towards our artillery on the back line, so we're going to want to close that off before the tanks pile on through. So I think what we're going to do is we'll bring over the Royal Tank Regiment and we'll give that a go. So that's actually going to be a major victory already. There's a good chance if I just bring up like the Pioneer Battalion here, we might just be able to make that a total victory. Maybe the Panzer Battalion as well. Gotta be careful with where I place these. We'll move them to the left there. We can just make that a total victory and auto resolve that one. Because that would just be a fight against BTR-60s and T-80s, so hopefully we'll just destroy them. Perfect. That's job done. Alright, next up, I do want to get rid of the Torogan Battalion. So I think this might be an engagement we'll have to play out, because I'm going to probably use the Panzergrens, my leaders, and the artillery to attack them. And that's still going to be a draw. I could also bring down the Panzer Battalion 44 to help us out, which would give us some long-range capability. Just got to check the numbers of ATGMs here, because ATGMs will do a lot of damage to the Leopard 1A1s. But I think we can get away with moving them down. So let's prepare the attack here. Bring up our artillery. Tactical battle. And we'll jump on in. Time to kill off some SPETSNAZ. Quite an open map, which is, I think, pretty good for us in this scenario, because we're fighting against majority infantry. Now, we do have some failed depots, so we're going to make some great use out of the M109s today. So it's really going to come down to recon capability, making sure that I can spot targets, and then we'll just rain hell down upon them. I'm just going to unload an Afghana in there. I'll probably just pop one in here. I'll drop one in there on the right. If I have some spare elsewhere, we'll use those. Perfect. I've got to bear in mind that they do have advanced deployment, so they'll be coming in very close to the front line. If I have looks, I feel like they could be very useful in this scenario, so we'll back our Avkada up with looks. We might be able to pick off some transports. Okay, cool. On this left side, I don't know if I'm too concerned about it. That being said, I think we could probably just put maybe an Alouette here just to keep an eye on things. I could move over a couple of M48s as well. The nice thing about M48s, they're actually pretty good against infantry because they have both the 50 cal and the M240. Whereas the Leopards, I believe, only have their like one machine gun, the MG3. Actually, they have two MG3s, which are probably equally as good. The 50 cal definitely is helpful. Alright, we'll bring up some Leopards spread out around the place. I'll bring up a leader one for the right hand side to make sure that we capture Charlie so we don't get too far behind. And we'll probably want to do the same at Alpha. We'll bring up a leader here. So let's bring up some Leopards. And then we'll bring up a leader from the Panzergren unit. We can use a Fuchs. Okay, and aside from that, I'm thinking we just place down lots of artillery. So let's just bring in all the artillery that we can with the remaining points. I could place out some green archers actually. That's not a terrible idea. Let's leave a couple points for green archers and we'll move them out as well, because their exceptional optics will help us spot units on the ground. Okay, like since it's going to be a lot of infantry, that's going to be quite important. Let's just get these ready to go. Put them into a group. We'll keep the Alouette with the M48s just so that that can provide recon for them. We might be able to kill that Unimog, for example. Might be able to take out the Iltis. If that's an HGM, though, we might have to run away very quickly. Good. Right, we're catching them out initially. That's exactly what we want to see. Got to be careful of the Conkers and the Fargo in this case. Let's just smoke that off, get into cover. You can smoke with the M113. Make sure that's safe. Get the looks back. The Boiter M35 there. Try and move the looks over to the side. We can bring these Leopards into cover further up. Get that Aufklärer to move up here. Same with the Green Archer. Oh, smoke. We've got HGM in here. We've got HGMs, what looks like in here. We'll just hit that entire line there. Let's move the Aufklärer up. Keep the Leopards back for the time being. I can try and move the Fuchs in here at least. Maybe move up that Aufklärer. We'll keep moving up the Aufklärer on the right, and then I can move up the Green Archer there as well. Well, here goes the artillery. It's always awesome to watch this fire away at night. I'm hoping that that was the Conkers. I can move forwards the Aufklärer here. I will move the Leopard to the side to help the Aufklärer against the SPETSNAZ. A lot of enemy units still coming in. I don't think we have to be too worried about cannon battery, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. More ATGMs being unloaded over here. Thankfully the Leopards got shots on. Great. Let's not move up the Green Archer too much. I don't want to get hit by that Conkers. We'll just let these fire away at this Conkers and the other infantry behind. There's a Conkers deep there. Just get the remainder of my artillery in. I might just split these into groups of 3. Whilst it is really nice to have them firing in big volleys like this and obliterating areas, I don't think it's necessarily the most efficient way to use them. It'd be better if we just kind of isolate targets and pick them off. So we'll set these into different groups. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can do that by doing like selecting the units you want, control 1, and then whenever you want to select them, you just press 1, 2, 3, and 4. In this case, if you double tap, it will center on them as well. It's kind of handy to know sometimes. So it looks like there's multiple HGMs here waiting for us, but I'm just going to blast them to pieces. Okay, this way we're going to be just targeting lots of different areas all at once. Make sure that I keep creeping up my recon infantry. The Jaeger Aufklärer are really nice in this situation because they're quite a chunky squad. You don't have to be as worried about them being killed off, especially by units like infantry. If it's against enemy tanks and such, then maybe you have to be a bit more careful. But that was a good hit. The first shot actually just completely annihilated all of those HGM units in one shot. That was crazy. Alright, let's keep moving up the Aufklärer. I don't think we saw anything over here. I will have to be careful of AA. I think they do have maybe a couple of Iglers available still.
Geschütz wird auf Ziel ausgerichtet. Feuerunterstützung bereit.
I will RT this to pieces because we saw the SPETSNAZ in there. We could probably just go for victory taking Bravo if we need to, because it is going to take me some time to break through all of these units, particularly if we do have to be extra careful about the ATGMs. I could, however, bring in maybe some infantry from the leader unit here, like these Jaegers, and just sort of attack move them across the open to reveal enemy units. Bit of advance onto contact, classic of mine. Yeah, we'll do that. Unfortunately, not quite hitting the mark there. We'll spread out these ones. If I can get the tanks into range without them being shot at by the ATGMs, then we can engage successfully, but otherwise it's not a good idea. Actually, since we're not going to be counter-batteried, let's bring up some leaders for these artillery pieces. That way they can reload faster and aim faster. I'm just going to give them follow orders. You can follow with basically any order, like an attack move order or a move order. If you just press the key and then you just select your own unit. SPETSNAZ is standing right in the middle of where all of those shots are landing. Okay, there we go. One shot landed on target. If they're not going to move anymore, then we'll just shoot directly at them. Yeah, you can see these are now 2 vet, which is really nice. And these can unload now and just start walking towards the enemy. And then we can like just speed things up as the Jaegers run forwards. And then just RT anything as it engages us. And they do keep dodging it. So yeah, we do want the AI to basically stand still while they're engaging us and then shoot them with artillery. It would be much easier.
Rückwärtsgang einlegen, sofort. Es gibt nur 2 Arten von Menschen, Artilleristen und Ziele. Ich habe hier das Kommando. Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kamerad? Feind im Vorfeld, bereit machen.
Try and get the guns on target here.
Ich höre, Herr Hauptmann.
We can.
Erkannter Feind, Feuer frei. 5. Kompanie bereit. Sprung auf, Marsch, Marsch. Melde.
As soon as something like that fires at us, we can try and kill them.
Infanterie bereit. Bravo 1, hier Bravo. Feind hier sind. Feind im Zielgebiet zerstört. Feuerunterstützung bereit.
Oh, the Springtacher actually doing a decent amount of damage there. I reckon we can probably get away with moving up here and engaging with the tanks. If we see an HGM fire at us, we'll just pull back into the tree line, but at least they can provide some sort of fire support in the meantime. I was kind of counting on the pin there. But we'll just take the kill, that's fine. Let's just keep that one in cover. Absolutely brutal barrage coming in. We'll just keep moving forwards, taking him down to 36 morale. Anytime we find enemy infiltrate, just engage them immediately with artillery. Oh, they're actually out of ammo. They're out of ammo. Okay, the majority of them are out of ammo, so we'll just have them go and reload. Oh, that's not good. The Einsatzgruppe might actually kill the Avocado. Unless I can pin them with the leopards in time. Nope, they're stunned just too late there. Pick up those pioneers. They're having a bad time against the SPETSNAZ RPO. That's pretty cool though, watching the pioneers engage with the support of the Fuchs. Very nice. We just got to be a bit patient here as they fill up and head back to where they were. Still slowly killing off these units, but I think the real way we're going to win this is just by getting a leader across this bridge into this sector.
An alle Einheiten, Feind gesichtet! Hier Alpha, kampfbereit! Feuerbereit!
The Fuchs can't swim, so they're going to be doing just that. Get across here. The Lux can also swim. You can use that to keep them spread out. Oh, that's not good. Haha. Of course. That's unfortunate. I will definitely just target that compound. There's a lot of HGMs flying out of there. Take out the one on the right. I was hoping I wouldn't lose too much, but didn't quite make the battle perfect in the end. There's a lot of HGMs. Getting across that bridge is going to be difficult. Thankfully, we got a lot of artillery coming in on that compound. Very nice. Let's just see if we get shot again. They are still alive in there, there's no way. Yeah, maybe we'll kill them with morale after all. It's always technically a better way of doing things. When artillery hitting very nicely indeed. I'm just surprised both these Conkers survived the initial strike. The looks here, being down in the water, is actually stopping it from being hit by the 80 gems over the edge. That's pretty nice. I'll try and peek this Conkers here. Take it on with the 1A1. We'll just pummel them into the dirt. I think that's the only way that we're really going to be able to do this, because crossing across these bridges against that many 80 gems is just going to continuously be a death trap. Just checking to see if we got any more artillery options. I don't think we do, other than maybe mortars. I guess the mortars might be handy for just peppering some of this infantry. But since we're so close to winning anyway, probably a waste of time. We'll start driving them up just in case. But this is just turning into the moon right now as this artillery fire continues to come down, absolutely decimating the SPETSNAZ forces. Start firing at grid squares. Artillery inbound. Three more kills to go. Shouldn't take too long. There we go. Victory. Last one went down. Job done. Hopefully that just destroys this unit entirely that we went up against. What did we lose in the end? Green Archer, 1A1A1, Avkara Lux. It's okay. Maybe not as clean as I would have liked it to be, but it still did the job. Right, next up, I do want to just kind of shift a couple units forwards here. So I'm quite happy for the Panzer Battalion to be hit, and same with the Panzer Grand Battalion, because we can do the same thing here. As long as I keep the rocket artillery in position, these tank units, they can hit my front line here, and then we just defend with artillery. Like, if we're going to be using these three units the majority of the time, like I'm almost always going to be using this as an auxiliary, the field engineers might as well head up here. Same with the Sigilungs. So we'll just send them up top. I don't know about the Royal Lancers. I feel like the Royal Lancers could kind of shift in between. But we'll move them all the way up. I'm going to leave the Jaeger Battalion at Holzminden for the time being. Right, let's decide what we want to do next. So the Royal Tank Regiment will stay where they are. The Pioneer Battalion is their auxiliary, so that's fine. I'm just going to shift these back so they aren't engaged by the tanks. Because what we will want to happen is if these tank units move in, they'll hit the Royal Tank Regiment. Although I don't imagine they'll engage the Royal Tank Regiment just because of how strong it is, but they might. And if they do, then we'll use the Panzer Battalion 54 and the Pioneer Battalion to back those up. Okay. So that's the majority of the front line sorted. I think here, again, we're just kind of chilling with the Panzer Battalion 64. We're most likely going to get attacked by a bunch of tanks again. There really isn't too much I can do about it. We have plenty of Hot 2 ATGMs. I could actually use the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers to back that up instead of the Panzergrenz, because the Panzergrenz are like way more depleted. So we'll just move the Panzergrenz back, sort of switch those out. That way the Panzer Battalion 64 will be backed up by the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers. We don't really want to do anything on this front just because the Panzer Battalion 61 needs a rest. So most of our attacks on the front are done. Do we have any reinforcements yet? No, we had the Belgian reinforcements come in, but fine. We're up to 60 points, which is nice. I think the only place that we can potentially make an attack is here, but let's just continue moving around on the top side. See if we can spot anything maybe near Ironbach. Hoping that maybe my recon can spot something. If it doesn't, then we can just continue to shift these around. And that's fine. So that's all of those units moved. It's this little pocket near Beverungen that we need to pay attention to. So the Panzer Battalion 63, I don't know if I just want to maintain a defensive posture here. The Aufklärungs Battalion is going to be the one that I want to bring in as the auxiliary if we get attacked, so I might move them here, and we'll just shift the Armoured Division HQ behind. That way, no matter which one gets attacked, I'll always be able to bring in the Aufklärungs Battalion. And I think we'll probably just leave it to them, because we've done what we wanted to do this term, which was open up the way to Kassel. And we're just going to have to keep bouncing off their attacks, repelling those attacks of the heavy armor. Okay, let's move on to the next turn. There's a unit moving up to block us. It looks like
Sir,
a reserve
good
unit.
News. Our lads of British 6th Armoured Brigade can now deploy.
Okay. Got 4th Armoured Brigade on its way. Wonderful. I think the guy said 6th. I don't know if I'm tripping. But yeah, 4th Armoured Brigade is here. King's Hussars. Lots and lots more challenges. Start just shifting them up. Wonderful. I imagine we might be able to auto-resolve this. We'll see. Maybe not. Because I only have... I need like a second normal unit here, because the VKK unit, the leader unit, and the recon unit are all auxiliary. So I need like at least one of these units to arrive and then help us out on this front. I think what might be best is if I kind of just play it safe and we just wait. Actually, I guess we could finish these off. They are in our way, and they're kind of making things awkward for us. I would like to push through on this bottom side this turn if possible. Let's just have the recon move up this road and see if we spot anything ahead of us. So far, no. Ooh, what is that? A 12 strength tank unit of T-80s, T-62s. That's just a lot of tanks. That's all it is. It's just tanks. There's not even any support. It's literally just tanks. They have 2 units of infantry. That is a weird unit. A very scary unit, though. I mean, against HGMs, we'll be able to defeat that quite easily because they really lack any sort of support. So I don't mind having the grenadiers up in front, but we won't push our luck too much, just in case there is supporting units that can help there. So we're just going to kind of chill in that position. And I am going to take this attack. All right. How are we going to do this? I think we just move the AA over a little bit. And set that up. And then we prepare an attack. It says it's going to be minor victory. Do I bring in my own air force? Well, that's actually going to be a total victory if I do that. And that could be a good idea. Just to wipe them out. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to use my air force on the top side just because of enemy AA. This could be a good place to use my air. That's a 5 strength, so that's kind of a waste. We'll use the tornadoes. Perfect. Alright, we lost 1 unit. That's okay. That opens up the way for our units, so let's carry on. And the VKK can kind of move down to Bad Zwisten. Hold our southern flank. Great. Alright, the next thing we can do is maybe get on top of the artillery here. The Blues and Royals can't really attack this turn, otherwise they'll be disorganized. It's probably best if we... I was going to say ignore it. I mean, do I want to ignore it? I don't know. The other thing that I noticed is we didn't actually get attacked like in the previous turns. We must have set up our defenses okay. I am very tempted to kind of push my luck a little bit here. Ooh, okay. Maybe not. That's a lot of cubes and anti-air. And then this is a lot of BMPs. Although they're BMP 1s, not BMP 2s, which is a little bit better. Although the HGM spam is still going to be pretty awful to deal with. So I think we'll just pull back for the time being. It will take them more action points than they have to attack us. So we'll have a bit of a chance to get the Blues and Royals to back us up. I am going to move up the Blues and Royals like so. We can probably have like a unit go and hunt those down. I need a unit that has like warriors. The Royal Scots could do it. Let's try and move forwards this AA a little bit. And then they can cover that attack. That might be a total victory anyway. So this is going to be a draw. I assume that's because they're going to be bringing in artillery to back them up, as well as air support. It could be good if it's like an artillery unit backed up by artillery. The real question is, do we bring in the bombers? We could also just bring in a second unit, like the Jaegers. Because the Panzer Battalion 61, we can move up. I was just checking if we could do that. I don't want to move it too far because we don't want to allow these helicopters just kind of break through the front line and kill our artillery. Although, speaking of artillery, I might just shift them all the way down here. So they are available to help an attack on castle. Because we won't need them this turn. Unless we're defending. I'm looking at these units to shift behind these ones should I move forwards. I think I am going to move a Jaeger battalion here. Oh, there's a Kub. Oh, actually, they're books. Okay, yeah, of course, it's got 4 missiles. That's interesting. That means we definitely don't bring in any aircraft to help us out. Alright, we'll select these two. Tactical battle. Let me just check the display map. Okay. We'll jump on in. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be artillery backed up by artillery. So this is a good chance for us to absolutely wreck their artillery. We managed to get right deep into their back line, and we're going to try and wipe them out. So the plan is to advance a bunch of scouts, unload. We'll use the Spartans with warriors to try and just kill them off very quickly. The warriors will be very useful here. I'll bring in warrior Milans as well. This isn't for the infantry, this is just for the APCs. Perfect. So bringing in the Jaeger battalion was a good idea because that's going to give us even more recon. I'm not sure how far up we're going to be able to get with these because they will have a few recon units of their own and we don't want to like bump into them at close range, else we might lose those engagements. So we'll take it easy on the unload. Same with these, we'll just kind of like unload maybe here. This can unload in there, these can unload in there, and then we'll just like attack, move them forwards. We have 7 Jagdpanzers as well, or cannon and Jagdpanzers. That's pretty cool. We can use them out in the open. It'd be nice if I had more sort of recon vehicles, what I'm lacking right now. Scimitars, perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's what we need. Scimitars will be very good in this scenario. Okay, and I could probably do Spartans as well. Let's just maybe launch and get things underway.
What are your orders, sir?
Just unload these over on the left side. Oh, we are off. This is going to be fun. It's going to be an absolute massacre. Actually, I probably should have brought up a couple leaders. Oops. Although I am going to definitely want to win by morale victory, so I'm not going to like overcap. We'll just cap as much as we need to not to lose, and then we'll just go fully aggressive.
Let's go quickly. I hear you loud.
I'm just going to unload them there and have them
watch out for the raids.
attack.
Radio check, red 1-6, over.
Same here.
Hit. What are your orders, sir? Move, but watch our flanks.
Oh, it's actually an A to jam.
Need some extra eyes, sir. Out on ammo.
If we can get into range of the A to jam, that's good.
I've got it.
We can just kill it quick.
Consider it done, sir. I've nothing else planned for this afternoon. Fall back. Need some extra eyes, sir.
Okay, we took out
Roger.
those two. That's good. I'm surprised they have H gems at their disposal. Let's just be careful here.
This is red 2, enemy spotted.
I need to be careful not to just lose these for free.
Halt. Go back slowly. Ready, sir. Fire!
I can smoke one of them.
Out on ammo.
Break line of sight.
I am listening.
Smoke this one.
This is red 2, enemy spotted.
Oh, it's used up its smoke. Ah, that was a waste.
Over. Roger. Yes, Captain.
Oh wow, that artillery is actually bang on.
Fire and maneuver. At your orders.
We are disrespecting this artillery unit apparently because they have way more than I thought they did.
Backwards. Yes, Captain.
It's actually pretty incredible how many ace gems they have. Usually, they're not that well supported. Probably should have checked. Then again, we can't see the unit. Just get that out of there.
Waiting for instructions. Watch out for the enemy. I'm all ears. Open fire! Enemy spotted. Radio check.
That's a lot of BRMs as well. Yeah, they have a really, really nasty contingent of recon vehicles. I guess it's like it's Eurogun, so yeah, they're pretty expensive units that they need to defend. And certainly just like completely disrespecting the AI here. And it's certainly costing me more than I had bargained for. But once a lot of these units like the BRMs are dead, the Milans are dead, it's, well, the Fargos, it's gonna be curtains. We're just gonna farm their artillery units. I just need to make sure that I don't lose too much morale myself.
Good job, gunner. Radio check. Red 1-6, over. Oculus Exercitus. Damn, that was close. Ready, sir. Closing on them, sir. Successful hit.
Right, we can go take out a Fargo. For the most part, like a lot of the transports we've lost don't really matter, like the Spartans, the Warriors. But losing like the Cannon and Jagdpanzers and the Scimitars is kind of annoying. I could have brought the Challenger with me actually, that might have been a good idea. That thing can certainly tank some HGM shots for us.
Let's go and watch out for the Reds. Ready, sir. Let's spotting us. Fall back.
There we go. Actually seeing the Cannon and Jagdpanzers in combat. Awesome.
Recon unit at your orders.
Make sure we kill off that BRDM.
They've spotted us.
And we'll start bringing up some more warriors.
What are your orders, sir? Hunting for the enemy. Enemy spotted.
Now we need recon to move ahead. I think I'm going to keep my Milans in the center here, and I'm going to move another unit of warriors to the right just to help that scout stay alive if they get pushed on.
Kanone entölt und einsatzbereit. Enemy spotted. It's hot here. Kürassiere an alle. Klasse Volltreffer. Bin stolz auf euch. Panzer halten. Sollen wir irgendwo einsickern?
Keep the scouts moving up.
I've got it.
Now, we did end up losing a warrior. Don't tell me the BRDM killed the warrior. That'd be kind of sad. It's probably just because they got too close to enemy infantry, I imagine. Yeah, I really did not appreciate how much infantry this artillery unit would have. Like a whole infantry company helping defend this.
I've got it. Kanone entölt und einsatzbereit. Hit.
Right, we're making good ground on the left there.
I hear you loud and clear. Oh, I'm hit.
We are going to be against the clock a little bit because it's going to be a +3 as soon as I full cap this.
It's mixed right, sir.
Make sure that Scimitar doesn't die to the Revertica.
Okay, sir. Enemy spotted. Brauchen Sie Flankenschutz? Hit. Zu Befehl. Andrew, get there. Good job, gunner. Fire and maneuver. Ready, sir.
Keep that scout unit coming up with us, or this infantry,
Enemy spotted.
and push forwards.
Waiting for instructions. I hear you loud and clear.
We might only get like a major victory, but overall it will definitely be like a total victory because we'll have destroyed quite a lot of their artillery units after this one. We might even get full wipes on the units if we kill enough of them. Especially since it is like heavy rocket artillery. They might not have that many in one
We'll find them and then we'll kill them.
sort of group, and therefore like the percentage required in order to like fully destroy the enemy unit will be easier to reach.
Get in formation. Need some extra eyes, sir. Hit. Red 6 mounted up. Medic! I hear you loud and clear. Den haben wir geknackt. I've got
Now
it.
we'll just speed things up a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, I did lose an armored rifle. I can't afford to do that.
need some extra eyes, sir.
Same here. We got to make sure these fall back.
Melde auftretenden
So many infantry units. It's
radio
crazy.
check. Red 1-6 over. Successful hit.
These armored rifles might actually get taken out because these are Bullimichiki. They got like 3 PKMs each. It's a lot of machine gun fire.
Combat speed driver. Successful hit.
A lot of machine gun fire. Would like to capture that MTRB if possible, actually.
Hit. Enemy right up. Get in formation.
43 points to go.
Back up, back up. Successful hit. Tank ready. Reverse.
They're getting ambushed here.
Enemy. Get ready to engage.
And those Vidca's like right on top of us.
Enemy right up. Get in formation. Successful hit. Move, but watch our flanks. At your orders.
So keep it going. Keep it going.
Tank ready. Second platoon, let's go. Enemy right up. Get in formation. Kampfbereit.
So I'm pulling across to this spawn. We're going to stay here at this spawn as well.
Waiting for
I'll
orders.
bring over my Spartan to provide recon there.
Red 6 mounted up. Den haben wir geknackt. This is Red 2, enemy spotted. Yes, Captain. Roger. It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle.
Alright, more warriors please as we approach their spawns at the back here.
Enemy right up. Get in
We're going to want to swing all the way around the back.
Successful hit. Tank ready. Fall back. Engage on sight. Good job, gunner. Successful hit.
I'll just keep things sped up as they try and approach us there.
I've got it.
Alright, they're down to 24 left.
This is Red 2, enemy spotted. Hit.
Looks like there's still a bunch of units
I've got it.
on the back side here that we want to take out.
Auffangstellung aus. Hier Kürassier, melde auftretenden Feind. Hit. Kajapa, kampfbereit. This is Red 2, enemy spotted. Second platoon, ready, sir. Watch out for the enemy. Hier Kürassier, melde auftretenden Feind. Good job, gunner.
We sort of unload all of these armored rifles either side of this road.
Radio check, Red 1-6,
Then
over.
we can
Weapons
just
free,
attack,
lads.
move them
It's
through.
hostile out here. Hier Kürassier,
13
melde
more
auftretenden
kills to
Feind.
go.
Yes, Captain. Enemy spotted. Waiting for instructions. Good job, gunner. Neue Befehle? Damn, that was close. I've got it. Good job.
Okay. There it is. Victory. After 14 minutes, 53 seconds, 121 kills, 17 losses. Scimitar doing fantastic there. It's a shame that a couple of them died. Like I did lose, let's see, like 1, 2, 3 scimitars, a couple of armored rifles. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was. A lot of it was transports. Yeah, the perfect units to destroy these artillery units. So we'll probably wipe out those grads. Hopefully we maybe wiped out the Euroguns on the backside there. That would be really, really big for future battles to come. But with that, we'll be looking for more attacks on the front line in the next turn, as we do have the Royal Tank Regiment ready to go. We want to avoid the encirclement at Beverungen. We're going to be looking at maybe mounting some sort of defense up in the north. All right, yeah, exciting stuff to come. as we continue our breakthrough towards Castle. That's all for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.